I'm not selling it. I don't want to talk to a salesperson. Did you rent it? Could work sometimes, but it's kind of outside of the direct question, which is what I want to get you to practice, right?
Our call review sessions are the only opportunity in our industry for a highly trained coach to listen to your actual calls and help coach you on what you could have done better to set more appointments, stay on the phone longer, and get more yeses. If you'd like to set more appointments, get more yeses, and have a highly trained coach listen to your calls, click below and check out our coaching options.
Hello, I was calling about a home on Quarry Road in Manassas that you tried to sell back in November. Not sure if I have the right number.
You got the right number, but I'm no longer interested in selling.
I see. This is Jim Gilbert with Keller Williams Group. Did you rent it?
I did not. No, I'm just not interested in selling it, but I appreciate you reaching out.
All right.
Jim, is this a recent call?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to assign you. How about this? Anybody on this call now who's willing to role play with Jim, I want you to role play with Jim. And just for the purposes of you being on these calls with me, Jim, I want to see that you have the capability of executing the things that I'm teaching, right? Because if you want to do what you're doing, then you don't need my help, right? But if you want to do what I want you to do, then you're going to need my help. And that would be that I would change the way that you're entering the calls, and I would change, especially this one. Do you remember last time we discussed how you would just focus on motivation with somebody who says they don't have motivation, right? And instead, what I heard is you went to renting, right? Which for somebody who says, I don't want to sell my house, is a really superfluous question, right? I'm not selling it. I don't want to talk to a salesperson. Did you rent it? Could work sometimes, but it's kind of outside of the direct question, which is what I want to get you to practice, right? So I want you to practice that because you're here, simply because you're here. Not that you have to do it the way that I want you to, but you know, if I'm going to listen to your calls and help you, then I'm convinced that that's a better way to do it. So I want to see if we can get you to do it in that way. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I'm not sure what in response to a crisp, clean, I am not selling the house before I even ask a question, would I say, I'm not sure what the right thing to say, you know, asking him, you know, would you still be interested in an offer if I were able to get you a good one, seems to me inappropriate given they just said, I'm not selling my house. And that invites a response called, don't you understand what I'm saying, idiot? I just said I'm not selling it. Didn't you listen?
Got it.
You know, that guy was very clear right off the top before I asked anything.
Got it. What's the purpose of asking, did you rent it then?
If you like what you're seeing here and you know you can take your business to new heights and you just don't know how to get there, click the link below and schedule a call with us.
Well, if he's not going to sell it, he must do something with it. He's either going to stay in it or rent it. There's only so many things to do with a house. Renting is one, selling is one, living there is one, ignoring it vacant is one.
Got it.
I'm trying to figure out where, you know, it seems like a logical question that reflects that I did listen to him. Okay, I understand you don't want to sell it. I could acknowledge I understand you don't want to sell it.
Here's what we also talked about, Jim, last time, is that when you have somebody like that, we can hear from the start he's pretty quick, right?
Real fast, yeah.
And says he doesn't want to sell it. That means that you only get 2, possibly 3, if you're fast and good, questions out of this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you rent it is not one I would choose to ask. One of my 3. Like, this is a genie. You get 3 wishes. Don't screw it up with, hey, I really wish I had $10 more. Like, that's kind of a waste of it, right? Yeah. So with this guy, I'm also saying that because he's really fast. So you want to ask quickly. He says, I'm not going to sell it. Got it. Will you sell it in the future? What if I had an offer for you? What if my buyer wanted to purchase it? Just to test him, to hear what that's, if he says, nope, not selling it. Got it. Will you be selling it in the next year, or are we talking like 10 years, right? I'm just looking for motivation.
I have asked some of those. I didn't send you the calls of that, but I have been asking that if you're not going to, I understand you're not going to sell it now. When would you be considering selling it in the future? Something like that.
Okay, got it. That's going to be better than did you rent it?
Okay, I will. No Moss, did you rent it? Okay.
Okay, and it's not, I'm not harping on this specifically about what you asked. What I want you to think about is, where was I trying to go? What did I want to know? And how many questions in your way of doing it was it going to take you to get there, right? And what you really want to know is, will you sell it now? Will you sell it in the near future? Will you sell it? Should I keep you in my database, right? Those are pretty much the things you want to know.
Yes.
Think about the number of questions that you would have to ask doing it your way to get those answers. And what I'm saying is it has to be way faster.
Okay.
So it has to be much more to the point.
Listen, you're just one solution away from achieving the goals that you want to achieve in your business and moving your company where you want to take it. So click the link below and schedule a call with us.